Hi, my name is Destiny Archuleta. I live in California. Um, I live in Victorville. Many people don't know where that is, so um, I live closer to Vegas, essentially. That's the best way to describe it. I live in the desert. It's hot. It's dry heat. So summer's been fun. Anyways, my experience with young children, formal and informal, I have always babysat growing up from the age of 14, which turned into nannying as a short career path. I loved it. I loved nannying. It was I loved the one to one. It was really cool because I was a long term nanny, so I had families for multiple years or for a year or longer, and I got to see the kids grow up. My last family, I got to see the baby take her first steps, and I went from when I started with that particular family, the little boy was 4 months, and so he went from not being able to say my name to calling me Desi, or Satney, actually, not Desi. It was Satney. And then the day his sister was born, he walked out of the house with his grandma saying goodbye, and he said, "Goodbye, Miss Destiny." And I nearly lost it because they just don't prepare you for those transitions. You get attached because you love them like your own. They were so sweet. Anyways, formally, I have taught at a private school. The youngest I had was 6. It was basically ESL. I taught English in Cancun, Mexico for about 4 months, I want to say. It was a missionary thing. Loved it. The youngest was 6 years old, and the oldest was 13 at the time. So it was really cool to see all the age groups. I saw those kids 5 days a week at school, and then informally, I volunteered with a Christian program that our school is partnered with on Saturdays. So I also got to see most of my kiddos on Saturdays. I currently work at our church nursery as the assistant director, which I love. I love babies. This is a great season. We have them from newborn to about 2 years old, basically till they're potty trained. But I've also worked in our children's department as a volunteer and as an assistant again. And that goes from 2 years old potty trained all the way up to 5th grade. And I was in every single one of those classrooms. So it was really cool. I was up there for about 4 years, basically right before I moved to Mexico. And then I came back and I helped volunteer there again. But shortly after, I switched to the nursery, and then they asked me to come on as staff. But I love them. I love talking with the families and getting to know them, getting to know their personalities, specifically from the ages of 2 to 4. They really just are so excited about life. They come alive. Everything is so new to them. Everything from their imagination being ginormous, and just finding out about the world. So there's that. Ideas from emerging literacy family, or literacy that we're familiar. I love to read. I personally love to read. I have a heart for reading. People will call me bookworm, book dragon, depending on what kind of subculture you're in. But I have a little library set up right next to my bed, and so I always love to read to my kiddos. And I think that for me, that was one of the biggest that was familiar. I sing songs to them, as a nanny. Songs like Patty Cake, repetitive songs, Wheels on the Bus. We did alphabet books and letters and different things like that. So a lot of the things the article had pointed out was really already kind of familiar to me. I understood it more when they gave examples of what it was, of how it was being applied. So it was easier to make that connection because I never thought about it that way. So that was really cool. And then have I helped develop any components of emerging literacy? I think the phonological awareness with the songs and rhymes, and then the repeated readings of favorite books. My last nanny kiddo, who was, he was 3. He loved the construction site books. Absolutely loved them. We had to learn all the names of each truck, what they did, their purpose, all the components of each truck, because he just wanted to learn more. And so I would read to him those books over and over and over again, and every time they come out with a new book, I send one over there because that's how much he loves them. So were any of the ideas new to me? Like I said, they weren't necessarily new, but one that I'm not really familiar with or haven't used myself was the one play-related prints. So like having a restaurant play center, using signs, names, menus, employee names, different things like that I haven't really dove into that specifically, but I have seen it used, so it's not necessarily new to me. It's just something I'm more or less unfamiliar with. But other than that, that's it. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Bye!